What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Breaking news. Donald Trump's neo-Nazi-sponsored Kash Patel FBI department has raided a Black Virginia Democratic's office, along with a cannabis office across the street. Black politicians are under attack by this administration. Now, this just happens to be the black politician, the female black politician that championed the redistricting in Virginia that just gave black people and POCs more political representation in Virginia. Coincidence? I don't know. So now our black politicians are under attack. I mean, they've always been under attack, right? Trying to embarrass them, trying to besmirch them, trying to use the power of the federal government to hurt and harm them in any way, manner. And while all that's going on, our so-called black political pundits online are making it their business, because of them dead slave-owning president notes that they like so much, no matter where it comes from, are busy disrespecting, disenfranchising, and fighting against these very same black politicians who fight for the rights of black people. That's why I said FBA, black Republicans, and any black male politician or any black male social media commentator or any black male activist that somehow wants us to go against the Democrats in favor of the Republicans. They are enemies of the black community, enemies of black people, and they need to be eliminated politically, socially, in every other way possible to eliminate a fake. It's the truth. They are the enemy. You see, our political power in this country, like it or not, comes from the Democrats. Every political victory we've ever had in this country has come from the Democrats. After 1964, all right, well, the Democrats, okay, they're the ones, along with, obviously, all the efforts of black people and our revolutionary leaders and freedom fighters, passed bills that enfranchised black people and in turn enfranchised all POCs. Ever since then, white people have been trying to disenfranchise us, the Republicans. Now, for all you people that said the Democrats used to be the KKK, yes, they did. Back in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, those were conservative Democrat Dixiecrats. They are now currently called conservative Republicans, MAGA. That's who they are. They switched parties. And I know a lot of these daggone, like Tariq Nasheed, Phil Scott, all the coons that's online that like to rap white supremacy and hip-hop rapping paper. They like to slather white supremacy butter on the cornbread and shit to trick us and making us consume that shit, all right? While they go against every black woman that mean to stand up and fight against the powers that be, our women, our elders, our black folks are fighting for their political lives on our behalf. On the Democratic side, you see, a real politically aware individual understands that the Democratic Party is not one party, but it's a tent of multiple parties. If you are a black person in America, your political power and your political representation happens not only on the state, but the federal level within the Democratic Party on the progressive wing. Meaning the progressive Democrats is where the home of the black people and our political power and our political influence lies. Now, within the Democratic Party, you have centrists, conservative. These are different camps within the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party is a tent, and there are many parties within the Democratic Party that control how it is the Democrats move on the federal and state level. The black representation of our political party is the progressive portion of the Democratic Party. That is the only power we have in the country. If we were to abandon that political party, if we were to abandon the progressive black Democrats who stick their neck out every day to fight for people who are so ungrateful, if we did that, we would be signing our own death warrant. There is no place in the Republican Party for black people. Don't listen to Stephen A. Coon Smith. There is no place. There's no place in the Republican Party for black people. There is no place any Republicans for POCs, as you should be able to see. Look at Vivica Ramaphosa, or whatever his goddamn, the Indian dude. All right, remember Bobby Jindal? Y'all remember Bobby Jindal? That was the first Indian they tried to use. Bobby Jindal. Remember Bobby Jindal? He tried to have a white name. He tried to change the name Bobby Jindal. What Indian man named Bobby Jindal? Huh? Side note, you Indian people are pathetic. You'll change your goddamn name to sound white. Looking retarded, putting your little cowboy hat. Ain't no goddamn, you Indian people and cowboy hats don't even match. Get the hell out of here. Joe Texas, man. Oh, God, you guys are an embarrassment to, humanity. The way you guys kiss and suck the ass of white supremacy while they shit in your face. But maybe, you don't mind getting shit in the face. But anyway, I want you guys to be aware that serious political observers, all right, know that if you're black, you don't have to be, per se, a Democrat. You can be independent. You could be independent. And we also represent a portion of the independent party. There's a place in the independent section for us. But independents are people who are usually in the middle. So it's a mixed bag. But on the Democratic side, we are progressives because we like to progress. That's what black people have been doing in this country. We went from less than mud to where we are now. That's called progression. That's why we are progressives. We are also a portion of the liberal party because we like to liberate ourselves from oppression, right? We have done that, but we're mostly progressive liberals or liberal progressives. Understand the definition of the things you're talking about. Stop just thinking that everything on the Democrat is far left-leaning, LGBT, gay, blue-haired white woman shit. All right? That's a totally different thing. And stop marrying the goddamn political aspirations with African people with the LGBT community. There are two different things. The LGBT community consists of people of different races who live a certain lifestyle because that's just who they are. All right? Their agenda is separate, even though they like to attach themselves to African people in our agenda because we have political power within this country. It's just that ignorant people who listen to the idiots online trying to gaslight them, trying to grift them because they're not politically literate. They're the ones telling you that the black people and our political ambitions and the LGBT community are somehow married allyship and we have to do and agree with everything together. Hell, Barack Obama said marriage between a man and a woman. Did you forget the political pressure coming from the LGBT community when he tried to be, the social conservative black person that we all are socially within our family and social groups? When we all mostly believe marriage between a man and a woman. Remember when Barack Obama did that? How much heat he got? And he had to backtrack because that's what politicians do. They backtrack when they have to. You have to give them space to do that. But that doesn't mean that we are the same group. No. We have our own political agendas. So stop letting these people just attach that shit to us as a derogatory term. Now, me personally, I don't care who get married. If you want to be miserable with somebody, nobody should stop you. Go right ahead. All right, go marry that motherfucker over there. I don't care who. Go marry the tree. I don't give a why would I care? Why do I care? It doesn't affect my life at all. All right? People who pay other people's business like white folks, they care about everybody else's and what the hell they doing in their bedrooms and in their lives. When in fact, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are the party of the LGBT. It's just that the LGBTP Republicans are in the closet and the LGBT Democrats are out of the closet. That's the only difference. To be honest, a lot of the government that's doing all this shit, a lot of them are gay. Lindsey Graham, Speaker of the House, Republicans, gay. They crash John Grinder every time Republicans get together. They're all gay. Everybody's gay. All right, all them fuckers is gay on both sides. So stop trying to attach that shit to the Democratic Party when we got these evil, vicious, neo-Nazi gay motherfuckers of Republicans over here doing all manner of shit out in open while fucking each other, goddamn, when the doors closed, when nobody's paying attention. The hell. I bet you Lindsey Graham and goddamn the Speaker of the House done got together a couple times and had a couple OGs, if you know what I mean. They do that shit. If they like that shit, they just don't want you to know about it. Anyway, our black politicians are under attack. So we as black people, all right, you like to call us, the people who call us Democrat shield, like that's hurting my fucking feelings. No, you are a Republican coon neo-Nazi shield. And you display that every time you come online talking irrationally against black people without any receipts to back it up. Without any solutions to the problems that you say you have. You can't sit on the couch and talk about politics, Tariq. If you don't vote, shut the fuck up about politics. You're not involved. Sit on the stands and watch. If you want to get involved, then go ahead and take a stand and stand on that shit. If not, shut the fuck up. Because a no vote is a vote for the Republicans. You're not in the battlefield. If you're not on the battlefield, stop talking about the people on the battlefield. Anyway, all I got to say for now, guys, you tell me what you think in the comment section. Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
The FBI here telling us today that these are court-authorized criminal search warrants that they are issuing. They're going into the building behind me. This is the office here in Portsmouth of State Senator Louise Lucas. You can likely see some of the FBI agents behind me. All of the staffers inside this building were told to come outside. I could hear them saying that they were not allowed back in the building. Throughout the last hour, we've been seeing the FBI come and go carrying boxes out of the building. Now, just across the parking lot next to where I am, there is a cannabis dispensary. We know that the state senator is associated with several cannabis locations and dispensaries. And what we're seeing there, a completely different scene carrying out. SWAT teams arrived with their weapons drawn, telling anyone in the building to come out of the building with their hands up. We also saw at least 3 people being taken away, taken into custody. First, they were put in handcuffs, put on the ground, and then they were taken away. So it's a slightly less large presence than we did see earlier, but there still is a good amount of FBI agents still here on the ground. Also, what happened within the last hour, the Senator Louise Lucas arrived here herself. I was able to speak with her. I asked her what her reaction was to all of this. She told me she had no idea what they were doing here. I asked her about the different locations that they might be. She, in response, asked me what locations the FBI were at today. We know, according to officials, at least 10 locations are being looked at today.
Trump's FBI is back to the FBI tradition of terrorizing black political leaders. So Senator Lucas in Virginia, she helped lead the redistricting efforts to combat the Republicans' illegal gerrymandering all across America. And what's happening here is you can find anything illegal about someone, okay? Someone jaywalked, someone sped over the speed limit, someone didn't follow a regulation perfectly. They're going after her for some type of cannabis business and alleging corruption or something. This is really funny from the president who sold cryptocurrency to foreign agents. If you're a top-ranked person in Trump coin, then he brought you to the White House, okay? And most of those were foreign agents of foreign adversaries. And his sons currently have like $10 billion for Middle Eastern empires, waging our foreign policy and American lives for their own profits, and Trump International and World Liberty Financial. So we know it's not about corruption. We know it's not about corruption. This is about using 3-letter agencies to target people. You can bring people in for legal battles. You can invade their privacy. You can sanction their money. You can do so much with the government when you do political targeting like this. It's really scary. We need to be very open about this. She has been very aggressive towards Trump, and that's awesome. She speaks out. She does not hold back. She took this fight, very directly, and we really appreciate that. So everybody share this story around. Please drop a like, repost this video, and follow my page for more updates. But this is really scary. There's no words to really describe this in the modern American context. Most Americans don't know what this looks like and what this governmental action turns into. Think, the worst authoritarian regimes in history. I hope we don't get there, but we're on the way.
The FBI has raided State Senator Louise Lucas's office. Hi, everybody. I'm Salam Bhatti, your friendly neighborhood congressional candidate with some news you can use. So we know that Trump has a history of weaponizing the Justice Department to go after his opponents, and Louise Lucas is high on that list. Not only is she a powerful black woman, she is the state senator who led on the redistricting referendum in Virginia and gave us this glorious 10-1 map. So obviously Trump is furious and enraged, and he is going after her. So we're going to wait for more details on what's going on, what's happening. Stay tuned to this channel. As we learn more, we'll share.
Again, an FBI raid happening at State Senator Louise Lucas's office in Portsmouth, Virginia. She is again, an FBI raid happening at State Senator Louise Lucas's office in Portsmouth, Virginia. She is the president pro tempore of the Senate of Virginia. She represents the 18th district right here in Hampton Roads and is chair of the Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee, a very, very influential voice here in Virginia politics and in Hampton Roads politics.
Truly, we're just steps away from where this action is happening. But like you said, Connor, what we know right now is very limited. But what we can see is we've got this white vehicle right here that's got some FBI agents inside of it. You can see that those agents are working inside of that vehicle right now. We've also seen agents come in and out of this building that they're parked in front of. That's the Cannabis outlet. That's right next to Senator Louise Lucas's office. So in front of that office right now and in front of that cannabis shop, what we can see is that we've got 1, 2, 3 black trucks, SUVs parked out here. There's also that tactical gear that you see as well, that green FBI vehicle that has had agents coming in and out of it. They do have this entire parking lot that is marked off right now with tape, so you can't get any further than where we are right now. We truly are as close as we can get to the action that's happening. We've also got some agents that are blocking off entrances right over here to the left of us. As you can see, Luca's going to pan over here to show you where they're blocking off some more traffic here. But we haven't heard any word from any of the officials that are on the street. But this is drawing a little bit of a presence for the people in the community. Again, Connor, like you had mentioned, Senator Lucas is a very affluent person in this community. And she is very known to be a stir maker of some political issues as well. But we've got people in the community who are out here watching this. I want Luca to pan over here to the streets for you. We've got some people standing in a parking lot across the street. We've got a locksmith's company across the street and a couple other different buildings. But as you can see, we've got some people out here with their cell phones that are watching what's going on. You've got people standing here talking with others in cars, just wondering what's happening, just like we are right now. But again, this scene is very active. The information that we have is limited, but what we do know is that it was confirmed that right now they are investigating Senator Louise Lucas's office in an investigation of which right now is unknown to us, but we're working to find that information and reach out to FBI spokespeople right now to get a little bit more word on what's going on. But once again, right here behind me, this is where the bulk of the action is right now, and this is what you guys want to see right now. For all the people at home who are wondering what that FBI presence looks like right now, again, we've got 4 or 5 different trucks in this parking lot, all marked officers here as well. All of those marked officers that we've seen have been FBI marked officers as well. So we'll stay on top of what's going on and unfolding over here in Portsmouth, but for the latest, we're live right here.
Again.
Senator, is there anything you could say? Senator.
So we are learning just now this morning that the FBI has reportedly raided the office of Virginia Senate President pro tempore Louise Lucas. And as FactPost says here, this comes just weeks after she spearheaded the redistricting effort in Virginia. Lucas was the leader of this, and she fought very, very hard to make this happen. But again, just weeks after the Virginia redistricting effort succeeded, federal authorities are raiding her office. This right here from right-wing journalist Bill Malugin provides a little more context. Allegedly, they are telling Fox that this is in connection to a major corruption probe. Look, we'll have to see what this raid comes up with, but again, the timing, very, 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 very suspicious. They waited just 2 weeks to raid this woman's office. And it comes as Donald Trump continues to pursue his political enemies. So look, a lot of information to be determined here. What the FBI is doing there, was it politically motivated? But again, the timing, remarkably suspicious to do this for the leader of the Virginia redistricting effort. I'll keep you updated on all the latest.
I pray all of the billionaires who exploit the lower class fucking die. And they get licked down, put in the ground, dug up, and then fucking told to die again. Bitch ass fuck. Fuck is you talking about? Amen.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Sudan, boycott diamonds and gold. Free Sudan, boycott diamonds and gold. We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.